NERDSoul.
Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, hold it down, bring that Street Geek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today are here. Come with another wonderful episode of NERDSoul Gaming. We getting that podcast on. I got two awesome folks. I got Open Mind. Say what's up.
What's up, nerd family people? How y'all feeling? Creator blessed.
All right. And we got one half of the dynamic duo of the South, Blerd-ish, Keith Cooper. What's up?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing out there tonight?
Yo, man, this is the hype train time.
Word.
That's right. The only thing we talk about right now, it might even be a short episode, I don't know, but we talk about the hype train of Multiversus. I'm gonna set it off like this. We've seen the devs play against some pros. We've seen the trailer now. I'm excited. I want to buy the Founders Edition. They need to go in and put it out. I'm all about it. I'm all about it right now. It's just so beautiful.
What is it? What is the full title of the game again?
Multiversus.
Multiversus. Okay, that's what we.
Yeah.
Make sure I spell it.
So that's pretty much WB's platformer. They coming into the game hot, you know.
Right. They got everybody.
Yeah, they got, you know, because Time Warner or Warner Brothers or WB
Warner
Discovery, whatever. They own tons of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Tons of stuff. And they're putting all of their chips on the table. If you look at the trailer, you got Taz, Harley Quinn, Batman, Shaggy, Bugs Bunny, Iron Giant. You got Superman, Arya Stark. You got in Adventure Time, is he called Humanoid or Human? I can't remember what he's called. But anyway, you got dude from Adventure Time. You got cast is stacked.
You got a lot of DC. Got a lot of DC and Warner Brothers characters. Like a lot of that.
Well, the great thing is just basically WB has everything that Disney don't. That whatever Disney don't have, or say Nintendo don't have, put it in the WB slot. As it's or other than say Nickelodeon. I'm just gonna say this out here. Let me do some Nickelodeon slander. The game, their brawler game, I don't want it.
All-Star Brawl.
I really
voice acting.
I really wish that unfortunately Nickelodeon owns Avatar, one of my favorite animated things ever, and Ninja Turtles. I wish WB could be like, hey, can we borrow them for 1 minute? All right, thanks. Give me that. You know, you keep the property for video game rights. Can we borrow them? Because nobody wants to play with Jimmy Neutron. I'm just be honest. Or his dad. They trying. They trying hard this week with those weird comments. But enough about that.
I ain't going front. They did have that struggle trailer they put out with My Teenage Robot. Even though I got love for her, because I got love for My Teenage Robot, but
I did.
Come on now.
Did nothing about those characters say I want to brawl with them. Whereas Bugs Bunny been slapping people with irons and throwing pies with bombs in them. Tom and Jerry, come on, man. That's the original, hateful duel. They just odd couple that just beating the hell out of each other. So it makes sense. Tasmanian Devil. He's literally a Tasmanian Devil. He tears stuff up with a whirlwind. So, and Harley Quinn, all she do is hit people with a bat. So I mean, hey, it just makes sense that a brawler can work. And I'm not the biggest Smash guy, I'm not the best at it, but I love the concept of Smash. That the first Smash game I bought was Smash Ultimate, but I've always seen my friends play it ever since the N64. I would just watch it because it was just what is going on? This is insane. But I got into Brawlhalla. This will make me probably be the next one I try from the WB.
Yeah, I'll say I'm not huge on platform fighters. I do enjoy Brawlhalla for what it is, but this one has captured a piece, just a piece of that childlike nostalgia, man. Yo, open mind. What's up? Come on, man. Tell me I ain't alone.
I mean, listen, I don't want to be this guy.
Oh,
I don't want to be this guy, but I watched the video of the devs versus the pros playing this game, right? They were doing the showcase, right? And I'm just like, okay, so let me look at the game and let's see what this game can do. Let's see how close it is to Smash and the little platformer fighting game. And what irritated me, why I couldn't like get into the clip, because the pros do what they do and they take the fun out of the game. What is that? What do I mean when I say that? I play fighting games a lot, so I know the difference in a amateur person, casual player, and just a super pro high level person. I fought all different types of skill levels. And watching them play this fighting game, that's what this is. This is a fighting game. The mind of a pro, they're not having fun. They're trying to win. So when you play a fighting game, if you know the mechanics of a fighting game, you might not use every mechanic. You'll just use what's necessary to win, which is the way pros fight. But this is a situation where I felt like y'all should have just been wacky. Just be wacky and mash buttons and just do stuff, because you need to show us what the game can do. It doesn't matter who wins, but the pros versus the devs is what the little subtitle was. But it's like, is it really a competition or is it a showcase? Because the pros were so hell bent on winning that we didn't get to see what the characters could do. And I was so irritated with that as a fighter myself.
They were kind of spamming the same moves.
My God, I was like, yo, why are y'all doing this, dude? I'm sure Superman can do more than that. Show me what the character can do.
You know what? That you
go ahead.
Superman really, like, they kind of spammed his eye beams and they just kind of flew side to side. But watch,
because they were trying to win.
If you go back and watch certain characters, watch Tom and Jerry, and you'll see how. What I will say about this game, very well animated.
Yes.
But who was controlling Tom and Jerry? Was it the pro or the devs? Because the devs was actually trying to show us stuff, but the pros who was controlling their characters, they was just stiff and technical and just dull. And it's like, and I don't say that to shade pro players, because I'm not one. No, you watch these guys fight, they win. They win tournaments, they win championships. But I can tell you, none of these guys are having fun. Video games are supposed to be fun. I don't care if you are winning a tournament and it's $1 million on the line. If you're not having fun, then it's not a game anymore. It's about winning. So are you showing the game off, or are you doing only what's necessary because this is what I need to do to win? I'm going to take away all his life away if I just keep grabbing them, keep foot sweeping them, keep doing this one move that keeps working, and then it's winning. That's fine if you're winning in this tournament, but this is a showcase. And I feel like gaming companies, if this is what y'all want to do, y'all want to show us y'all game before it comes out, and this is how you do your marketing plan. I feel like this: grab a couple of casual gamers, put a little survey out, randomly select on a lottery pick where these people are random. These people are casual players. Whoever want to be a part of this, you take 2 people. You don't get selected. Don't cry. It's just a demo. You just want to showcase the game. They give you a little access code. For you who got selected, you log in and y'all do your live stream, and the casual player is gonna mash buttons and they'll show off this character, whereas the pro player just wants to win because it's a pro player. They got the camera on me. I done won championships. I can't let these devs show me ups, even though it's their game. I still gotta win because I'm a pro. And it's like, yo, like, and that's what was irritating me watching. The pros got on my nerve.
If I was playing the game, I probably would have picked somebody that's like, oh yeah, all right, let's do something goofy because it's a platform brawler that's actually
Yeah.
like well animated.
Yeah.
Whereas Brawlhalla, the moves are somewhat samey. This one is
Yeah.
actually like, to the point of where okay, they got the personalities of these characters in there, even more so than the Nickelodeon fighters that personalities don't lend itself to fighting. But Jake the dog and Finn the human, they fight.
Oh, Finn the
So Jake can turn into a giant monster and shapeshift and do all type of weird stuff, a la Kirby, or even more so different things or whatever. So you can do some whatever Jake can do. It should be very wild and loose and non-linear. Whereas Superman should be picking up boulders, throwing dive bombs, crashing into you, and you know you got Ultra Instinct Shaggy. I mean, he basically go turn
Super Shaggy.
So, you can get goofy.
Right.
You can get really weird with this game. And first of all, shout out. You know, as much as I crap on, you know, like take it back from the game world, to just take it back to like I guess corporations, whatever. I got to give WB some props. They actually took Mean Ultra Instinct Shaggy and made him a character. Somebody
And we were playing around with it back in the, like as a meme, just like a joke, and they actually did that. They was watching the Twitter verse or the whatever social media verse, saw that meme floating around. Was like, you know what? Let's actually do that and put him.
Took the thoughts and his powers and the joke of it, and me and NERDSoul talk about this all the time. Whoever is in the animation department for WB or maybe the games division or something, give them a
gamer. They're a gamer for real.
Yeah, give them a raise. Even the way they do ring outs in this game is creative. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. Like, you know, having the dog come out and chomp them up and then like disappear. That was cool. Of course, having the voices is something that's awesome. But then also the sound effects. Like the Bugs Bunny sound effect in the trailer, or the kind of like Zoinks sound effect for Shaggy.
Scooby-Doo haunted house with the fan.
Yeah, the Scooby-Doo haunted house with the heads that keep moving, bruh.
Yes,
I'm a kid. I'm a kid again. Looking at this.
That is my stage. That I look. I'm telling you, Shaggy. I'm gonna pick Shaggy just to play that stage because I'm looking at the background. I'm like, okay, they got the Phantom. What was the name of that Scooby-Doo villain? But he was with the black face ghost. Walk around.
Yeah, because see, they can always choose one of the villains. Shouts to everybody that loves Cartoon Network stuff. Come on, bro. You know we getting Samurai Jack. Come on now.
You would hope Samurai Jack, definitely. That's WB.
We gonna get Ben 10 one day. You know what I'm saying?
We
shouts to Ben 10.
Question: Is this only gonna be on Steam or is it gonna be on all platforms?
It's PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox, and PC, and they said they have cross play. So this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be dope. And they got one-on-one, or I guess like the one-on-one or one-on-one, and they have 2v2. So this is gonna be dope, man. This is gonna be a lot of fun.
Just like I said, I'm impressed by the background stage. Like I'm simple, man. You get the animation right, you get the character of what we know of the cartoons, and you get their personalities right. I'm down. But I want to ask y'all, gentlemen, since we know a lot of what WB owns, now I know they can't release everybody in the beginning or over time. But I'm gonna throw this out there, and I said this. I know I'm gonna say this. WB, you got a lot of black characters. I know you ain't gonna necessarily. I know you ain't gonna dip down in the milestone right away. I get it. I know that I'm lucky to see. I was being like, oh, they can do all that. Like, all right, if y'all give me Rocket and Static, at least by year 2, 3, maybe. Yeah, I know if we reach it for Icon, but I would love to see somebody like Vixen get some love as a brawler type. You can have Vixen. You better have Jon Stewart. Ain't no way. You better have everybody of Justice League Unlimited, of at least the Justice League 7, with Phil Lamar doing a voice,
Phil Lamar.
Yo, they already got Kevin Conroy doing Batman.
Go
And
ahead,
people ask-
just check for Phil Lamar and Kevin Richardson, whatever black voice actors do them voices in the cartoon. Go and cut the check. Get them in there in the session now. I want Samurai Jack, and then Mike, you said Powerpuff Girls. Thank you. Bring the Powerpuff in there. What else? You know what?
Yo,
Dexter's Laboratory. Give me Dexter with the mecha. Give me his. Give me his.
all right, I got one, and I know people might think this is a joke character, but if they made him sweet, it would be so meta and funny at the same time. Yo, shouts out to Yogi Bear, son.
Hey,
Yo,
bro,
if Yogi Bear was sweet,
Really? Yogi Bear and Boo Boo.
Yeah.
Like Boo Boo is like
You
like a special move. Like
make Boo Boo his assist character or something. And you know what? Just for that love, give me Huckleberry Hound. You know, that's like his right hand. That's like his homie. Or you can throw in quick draw McGraw.
well, look, let's get all of them. Let's get all of them Hanna-Barbera. Let's get Mr. Magoo. Let's get Chili Willy. Let's get Woody Woodpecker. Like
Mr. Magoo was good though. Like, say if
No,
Mr. Magoo was like,
he'll be so OP because like Mr. Magoo is always getting out of situations. Like he get out of the shakiest situations and he always smiling. I bet he'll be such an annoying character because like the villains that I used to watch Mr. Magoo all the time. All his villains used to be irritated. Like, how did you get out of this, old man? Like, I'm Mr. Magoo. Like, what you? Like, what you thought it was going to be?
I was telling my co-host this. I need Space
I would
Ghost.
name him. I would name him.
I need Space Ghost. I need the Herculoids. I need some of the other action Hanna-Barbera cartoon characters. You know, give me a Black Star if you want. What's his name? What was the other one? Thundar the Barbarian. You can add him.
Thundar.
You can do so much if they really want to get Smash Brothers crazy with this. They can really pull from some nostalgia from people who are us, 50 and under people. I don't know, our age. We out there. We in the 40s. Especially my co-host, Mark Old. If you're listening, you old Mark. But Thunder the Barbarian, that was his joint. Who did like Space Ghost, and then you could take Space Ghost, then maybe you can make the evil Space Ghost and have the Adult Swim episode where he went crazy, and you can just do all type of stuff. Like, I like this concept, and I don't, like I said, WB do all this stuff. I don't know why it don't translate to DC movies. Like, they get scared when it comes to DC movies, but they can do everything in animation or video games. And you know what? Gotta bring back the Mortal Kombat characters in there. They own that too.
I mean, we're gonna have to get Trinity and Neo.
Gotta get them. If you could bring in the Ariana Stark, you can bring in Neo.
Yeah. The thing is with WB, they own enough to where this game could kind of go on forever if they just trickle out characters. Like, say if you get, I don't know, say like 5 new characters per season or something like that, they could go on sort of forever. Because you could say season 2, you could have like one from each, somebody from Hanna-Barbera, somebody from Justice League, somebody from, Cartoon Network, somebody from Adult Swim. Because since Adult Swim is essentially an offshoot of Cartoon Network, I wonder if they own that. Because if so, that brings in like C-Lab 2020 type stuff, or
if it's like one of their original shows that they created, like say if it's not like out,
that brings in like Rick and Morty. That brings in.
You can possibly have Rick. I think now with Rick and Morty, it might be a smidge more difficult because they're like on it. It depends on who produce it. It just might be like it's licensed to show on.
Word, true that.
Rick and Morty got a little more hoops to jump through to get that. I think just because of that, Dan Harmon is the owner of it, right? So he kind of got his own thing. So it just
man.
But C Lab is probably definitely doing it. Like all the
like Venture Bros. You know what I'm saying? Like
Venture Bros. But do you think they would let it? Would you think it would let them come slide in an all ages one, unless like if it's like season 1 Venture Bros?
Well, but you can bring in Venture Bros like say season 3 or something because there's so many. You can take like 2 or 3 characters or like 5 characters per season, and 1 character from every world or whatever, or every property. Like they might have a hit. I like the animation. I think it's creative, and they're doing something Nintendo's not. They're doing what Nintendo don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, Nintendo was like, we don't care about if y'all like the game or not. We don't even care if y'all want to play the game. Too bad you can't play it in esports. Just you can only play it at your house and don't even think about trying to compete in it. And Warner Brothers says, hey, at Evo, we're going to have $100,000 cash prize for Multiversus. And Tony, I can't think of his last name, but he's been talking on Twitter, answering questions to people like all the time. So like, now, of course, many times his answer is like, it's too soon to tell. Can't tell you. Sorry. But at least he's like, he's conversing with them.
I'm not.
And it's like,
but if he's
Nintendo going to end up being like, we blew it.
I am going to give him a list of characters that I want. I will send it. We better look. I want that. You can at least give me Dexter, Samurai Jack. Who else was from that category? Like around it, you even slip in Billy and Mandy.
Johnny Bravo. Like,
Johnny.
I think Johnny Bravo's in there already.
He's in.
Yeah, Johnny Bravo's part of the main cast.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, Johnny Bravo he's definitely he's not in the demo, but when the game drops, he'll be part of the base roster. And I think what do y'all say? Somebody said Ben 10. Ben 10's in there too already.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, Ben 10. Ben 10 is if he's not in the base roster, he's definitely DLC. I saw him in a photo like of this game, so it's like
like a leak or something.
No, it's not a leak from them. Like
word,
on like the cover, like the box.
And since we get
Ben 10 is definitely gonna be on it.
You know what young show that I love that you can also slide them in there. You can slide in Craig of the Creek.
Yeah, Craig of the Creek. You could because the little girl already got a sword. You know
they
what
already
I'm saying?
have a game in there called what? Super Punches or something.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You can put Craig and all of them as characters because if you put in Steven Universe, they're a part of the same Baltimore, Maryland universe between the two creators. Because the two creators are married, I think. Rebecca Sugar and the guy who created Craig of the Creek, or they work together. I think they're married. So they're from that area. So that's kind of like the joke behind everything. That basically all those universes is Maryland. Like, but it was them. I think AOK, how you said, and Craig of the Creek. It's all like a little share, winking out at each other. So you got a lot to pull from that you could do weird stuff with.
Yeah, this could be crazy. I'm surprised they put Ben 10 in the base though, because I'm confident enough that people will pay for Ben 10 like in a season 2 or something.
Yeah, I don't know if he's base roster or not. I just know he's definitely gonna be on the game. Like the base roster part is Johnny Bravo's on the base roster, but Ben 10, I'm not sure base or not. I know he's gonna be on this game because I saw a photo, like an indication that he was gonna be there. And that's just part of the advertisement,
With Ben 10, you could treat him like Link from Smash Bros. You can have kid Ben 10, you can have teenage Ben 10.
You can have Super Friends Aquaman, and you can have regular Aquaman. Oh man! So this is a game where even though I'm not, I've never been a lover of like Smash or something like that. But this, it's all about the characters, man. I wanna, be Tom and Jerry versus Iron Giant, or I wanna take Superman against like, I don't know, Yosemite Sam if they ever add him. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like these weird combinations is something that I'm interested in.
I'm gonna say this as a podcaster, it's giving my chance to live out some of my gripes. Mike, who you think I'm gonna be beating up first when I play this game? Take a wild guess. You know who got it coming. Because of Young Justice, you know who got it coming. I'm gonna smash.
Who? Vandal Savage?
No, I'm gonna smash Superman face to oblivion.
Oh man, Superman ain't did nothing to nobody.
Superman have offended me, but listen to the episodes, folks. Go back and listen to our reviews. Whatever Superman, why I don't like Superman.
Now, over on the gameplay side, I do agree with what you're saying, Open Mind, of like sort of like the spam and the same moves. Now, I mean, I guess at the same time, there's no matter what game, you can't get away with that. I mean, away from it. But if they continually patch the game every season, at least that'll keep that fresh. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, that'll keep that from, I mean, I don't know. You can't stop, like you can't stop Ram from throwing the swords. You just can't stop it. So that's the only thing I can think of.
And I got a question, another question, y'all. Like I guess for this format question, what do y'all think of the, I guess, free to play format? Is it better to have that and you just get like a baseline of characters, or will it feel like a gotcha game where you gotta buy stuff right off the bat, or do you think it's just gonna be like, hey, we're gonna have these many characters, you can have fun with this? I guess in my mind, why would WB choose this format to say create a full game? What is the advantage for them to do that?
Well, free to play. Well, Open Mind, I'll let you go first.
Well, now here's the thing about the free to play format. Now, it's not. Let's be fair. Free to play format should be case by case. It should be case by case depending on the franchise. I agree with this game, this Multiversus or WB game. We're about to throw all these fighters in. I agree with this being free to play because the amount of characters that this game is going to eventually have down the line. This also depends on how well the game does as far as popularity. The game drops, everybody plays it. Like right now, I got PlayStation, I'm not PC, so I can't access. So if they can do more, I heard it was going to be crossplay. So I'm guessing when it drops, we'll all be able to play it. And if it does well, they'll keep putting more characters out and patching it and keeping the thing going because it's supposed to compete with Smash Bros. Everybody knows that Smash Brothers is over with. Like they released their last DLC. The guy who makes Smash has announced it. Smash is done. So since Smash can't be in Evo, and like y'all said, Nintendo's is draconian. They don't let us play their game. Well, then Multiverse like, all right, we'll give y'all a Smash game and we'll let y'all play it in the tournament. Because trust me, if this game does well, they're gonna give them people the nod, the Evos and the big tournament holders, the nod to bring this game on. Free to play for this game with the amount of characters that they can possibly give us with all this WB. Like they're gonna cartoonize anybody you thinking about. If whether that person was a live action character or a cartoon character, they're gonna shrink them down and turn them into a fighter for this game. If the game does well, this game needs to be free to play because of the amount of characters. But the standard free to play for certain fighting games like DNF Duel, I don't think DNF Duel should be free to play because for one, DNF Duel is a dungeon fighter online game. It's the game itself has over 100 characters in the lore, and there's no way that you can take all 100 of them characters, blow them up to bigger size, because it's a fighting game. It's not sprites. Dungeon Fighter Online is little sprites. The fighting game itself is tall people on your screen. You all them hundreds of characters. That's too much graphics. That's too much money to put into the rendering and the developing of 100 different characters. But they'll probably end up giving us in a 2 or 3 year span of the game before they make a part 2 of it. Give us a total ending roster of 48 characters, 50 of the 100. They'll grab 48 of the best of the lore and give us that. And then if the game does well, they give us a part 2. DNF do a part 2 and give us the rest of the characters that we didn't get in the other one. That game should be standard $59.99 and so on and so forth. But a game like this multiversal game, it's okay for it to be free to play because of the amount of content that WB owns. And if you charge me $60 for this game, you give me a base roster, and then you're gonna give me future DLC. This is automatic. We don't need to be told that we're gonna get future DLC. This is kind of like an automatic situation. Like the wind blows, water is wet. You kind of know this.
It's gonna be similar to kind of like, I guess, like Fortnite, where there's always gonna be updates.
So it's just too much not to make DLC.
Make it free to play and make and charge $2.99 for each character, not $5, $2.99 for each character, or a bundle package, $15, and do it like, if you're gonna release somebody and you're gonna make us wait a month for the next somebody or 2 months for the next somebody, then let the character be like $2.99 because it's already free to play. Right, and if we're free to log in and play the game with the base roster, the new characters that we want, put them in a bundle package where I can get 5 for like $10 or 6 for like, and I'm okay with that, because I'm okay with this game being a microtransactional game because of the content that WB owns. I'm, as a consumer, living on the budget and all that shit, like I'm not like irritated with like if I just don't want to buy that character, at least I got the base roster to play with, and I'll just play with the base roster and get good with the base roster till I feel like spending $2.99, and each $2.99 will add up. So if you got them all grayed out and blacked out, or where you got to pay to play with them, then give me a bundle package and give me 5 of those characters for like $15.
I just know that,
and they're gonna make buku bucks. Look, all right. WB kind of like Keith said, go in and put the black characters together.
Yeah.
Go in and call it the Black Pack, and go in and drop it. You know what I'm saying? Go in and give me Static. Give me Icon, Rocket, John Stewart.
You gotta have those. Those are your first characters. Like you got to do that, WB.
Y'all, come on, man.
Do what Capcom and Marvel and what Disney did with MV3, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. You look at that roster. That was an indication of what movies were kind of coming out somewhere. Not until they messed the bed with Infinite from watching countless. I never played it, but I know kind of that.
Yeah, that's why people stayed on Marvel 3 and left Infinite alone.
That right there, just from you see where they were going, like where the word was probably put in, but it was still a good word. Infinite, it was too much control, and of course Fox and Sony and them was messing up around the time. I mean, they still got Spider-Man up in there, but WB, I know you ain't gonna make the Black Pack. I know we say that tongue in cheek. However, you ain't got to name it the Black Pack.
Yeah.
But Young Justice. If y'all gonna take the long route with Young Justice, shout out to Silhouetted Animator, who says that this is gonna be about I don't know how many seasons of Young Justice. So then you can pull all of Young Justice. So there's I
thought y'all said they was canceling Young Justice. I thought y'all did the live one.
No, they're not canceling. They're wrapping up season 4, and there should be.
I've heard y'all wrong, because
if anything,
I
we was
was
crashing. We was probably cracking on all the CW stuff. All the CW stuff.
Oh yeah, canceling the CW stuff.
Because I came in on that conversation and I only stayed for like 5 minutes because I was like busy. But I saw y'all doing the stream on the ending of something. I was like,
what? I'll tell you this. Oh well, let me say this. WB, you cancel Young Justice and see if I play this game.
I will also
turn this game down.
Speaking of this game, we've seen it done. We've seen it done in fighters. We've seen it done in fighters. So we can have more than one Robin. All right. Fighters got like 5 Gokus, bruh. All right. So we can have Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Jane. No, is it Jane? What's I mean, I know that's technically an Elseworld story, but the Robin in the Frank Miller in the Dark Knight series. So you can have those.
Damian Wayne,
and then Damian Wayne. So that's 5. That's 5 Robins. Then I got to get my Nightwing. You know what I'm saying? I need to differentiate. You know what I'm saying? Get my Nightwing.
And if you want to go ahead and give us all the Batgirls too. Give us Batgirl. You can give us Orphan. I mean, I know
Orphan.
You can get Onyx. I don't really need Onyx, but you give us I guess Tigers and Artemis, they count as their own thing, but they count in that Bat Green Arrow family. So you can get people. You can get people that do different things, different type of ground fighters, sword fighters. Look at all the damn sword fighters in the Smash Brothers. Basically, all the Bat people and all the Green Arrow people are your sword fighters with different ranges and stuff and whatnot. So you can do so much that can actually mirror. I mean, or beat Smash Brothers in a way to how these characters can work with their lore and be good fighters because they're fighters. You know, they're not Jimmy Neutron's dad flopping about. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. If this game plays as well as it looks like it plays, Smash's days might be numbered, bro. Like
Smash days is numbered even without this game, man. Because
Nintendo, I don't know what it is. It's like
Nintendo
treats their community like an abusive boyfriend. It's like
maybe I don't know. I'm not that close to it. I wouldn't say, just as a casual guy, if I had to guess, I would say it's over because I feel like Nintendo is a cult in a way. So
you know what? I give you that. I'll give you that. There are people that are Nintendo super hardcore Nintendo fans.
Don't care about that's going on. I'm low key becoming one, and then I'm kind of not becoming one because I love my Switch. Like Mike, if it wasn't for you when the Turtles game come out, I'm still debating. It's gonna be hard for me not to want to buy it for Switch. It's hard for me not to want to buy it.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing about Nintendo. They make cool stuff. Like the Switch is awesome. But like what they do with their games, like you can't stream the game, can't barely talk about the game, can't show a clip of the game, can't do.
Yeah, they do.
And then they were gonna do a tournament with, was it Panda? They were gonna do a Smash tournament with somebody, and then all of a sudden they was like, "Nah, never mind, we ain't doing it." After people got all hype about it, so Nintendo, they're gonna be in trouble.
They have some bad. Just getting back into gaming and listening to the news of wonderful people like Open Mind and yourself and various other gamers, I hear how draconian Nintendo can be. Like,
oh yeah, man, they terrible, bro. Charles Barkley, terrible. Terrible.
It's like it works for their business model because they love the Nintendo-ness of it. They're kind of like Disney in that way. Like you in the family, they'll buy your company out if you're small enough, and like you only go work for Nintendo, and they will just come on it, fold you in, and it's funny to hear these things. It's just like I don't understand y'all Nintendo. Like you made this game. I understand it can't go forever, but
I'm gonna tell you what I think it is with Nintendo. I think Nintendo, and I could be wrong when I say this, but Nintendo had the market for a long time through the 80s, through the 90s, And then PlayStation came into play. Then Xbox came to play. And then Dreamcast. And all these different companies challenged Nintendo. And I think Nintendo has not realized that they no longer the hottest kid on the block anymore. Because Nintendo maybe not was the first home console. It was Atari. But Nintendo basically took Atari's idea better and did it better. Like the home console.
They were the first to break out.
Yeah, because Atari was first, but Nintendo did it better. And everybody wanted a Nintendo all through the 80s, all through the 90s, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo. You know, Nintendo, period. Nintendo had the monopoly. And the arrogance comes from that, I believe, and I could be wrong. And I think they still riding that high, and they don't realize that it's 2022, man. Don't nobody care about y'all like that no more.
I'll do you one better. I'll slightly disagree. And actually agreeing with you. Okay. That makes sense.
Go ahead.
You're right, because I watched the documentaries because they actually talk about when I was in college or whatever, I couldn't really keep up with all this and know. But to see how bad the GameCube kind of failed, even though people love the GameCube,
it definitely failed.
But the business part of it put Nintendo in the dark days. The reason why Nintendo is everything right now because the Switch is doing that good. Go look at the sales numbers of the Switch, and they kind of compare themselves against that. But they are selling a lot. Like that thing has sold, I forgot how many 100 million units. They, of course, releasing the other versions of it, so it's gonna sell more. And their software has broke. It's about to be like their all-time. The Switch is about to be their all-time selling thing, which is wild to me because it's surpassing the Wii. But it has just enough. It's like the Super. It's what the Wii U want it to be. That's what the Switch is achieving. So I was, looking at numbers from Spawn Wave, and if those numbers are accurate, yeah, they have a reason to kind of be arrogant, but they are arrogant.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't have anything to back this up. I just feel like I grew up with Nintendo, so they've been this way even when I was growing up. Like Nintendo, this is what you're getting, and that's it. And that's it.
Yeah, and make buy full games 3 times at the full price. Which is wild.
They've been super arrogant.
When the name of your company is basically like equivalent to like when you say, "Hey, I'm gonna make a copy of it," you say, "I'm gonna Xerox." When I don't know where you from, Open Mind, but when down here, where you from?
I'm from Detroit. Originally, okay. I live in Texas though. I'm from Detroit.
All right, so you in Texas. So in the South, we either say cold drink, especially in Louisiana. We say cold drink.
Right. Cold drink instead of Coke.
When your brand has become the thing in your industry, at one point Nintendo was the word for video games in American households through the 80s and all that.
Right. It was like the Jordan, it was a. You're right. I follow you. Yeah, it was the go-to word. The Nintendo, even though it was a whole, it was a faker, but yeah,
Atari
it was a household name like that.
Atari never achieved it.
Right.
So it's just when you become as big as Xerox, just your name.
Right. Because Xerox is a company, but it became a verb.
And the only other one that's like that is Clorox, which is funny, and bleach. But it's like, hey, give me some Clorox. Don't give me the, Big Mama might be like, don't give me the name brand Clorox, give me the off-brand Clorox. It's still Clorox, but it's just bleach. Right. But that's just what it is. So yeah, they not stupid. They arrogant, but arrogance will keep you stagnant. A lot of people are like, all right, Nintendo's reaching that point where they do something stupid again, and maybe they've already done it, where they sometimes veer off to the left. So WB, I gotta give them credit. They're like, all right, Nintendo, we want some of that. We know where the money is at. We may not be able to fight with Disney, but we might be able to get some of this evil money, some of this gamer money.
Listen, y'all, I'm for the video game smoke, the fighting game smoke. When it comes to these companies battling out for okay, so Me being a fighting game enthusiast myself, I didn't play Smash, and
all right. So I see the points on Nintendo, and I'm inclined to agree. It does seem like they don't realize that the game has changed. Like
they got to plan. They're not maybe future proofing themselves fast enough. And why would you, as a game company, not want to be in these large gatherings? And
maybe as a company mantra or whatever, a company, energy, they just don't believe in esports or something like that. Who knows? Maybe there's.
It's still ridiculous. They never bought Rare. They let the Rare deal fall, and they didn't take Killer Instinct.
Oh yeah.
They lost. Like, it made no sense for them not to have Killer Instinct. They had Killer Instinct in their family, and I mean, I would have loved to have had it stay with Nintendo. I was never an Xbox guy. I never bought anything Xbox. Because, I just never got with it. I was always with PlayStation. But you would always look at Nintendo, what they were doing, and it's like, why would they not? It just makes sense for you to buy a fighting game that you pretty much pumped up, and then your competition buy it from underneath you. Just silliness.
It just seems like a weird move for that. It also seems like, with all this stuff with Smash, I don't know. And for so long, there's been no one but Smash. Now, Brawlhalla has actually made some inroads as far as platform fighters, where like people are seriously playing that. But now, when you have a large player in the game, like a player that can come in and at the launch of their game say, we're dropping $100,000 at Evo. You know what I'm saying?
WB, for the most part, have unlimited funds. And as long as they're profitable, the new paymasters of Discovery is probably fine with it. But even if there's a finite budget, it's still going to be larger than anything Brawlhalla can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, Brawlhalla ain't Fortnite, so they only got so much money they can just it's pretty much like, hey, we love Brawlhalla, but they were working with other indies to get their characters in and some other deals, but they can't keep up with like what WB can just roll out what they have on their own. So yeah, you really are right. Like, they really can compete and have more characters than Smash that have some type of relevancy in their history. Like, and I was thinking about, speaking of just looking at what WB owns in games, you know what I want? I keep coming up with characters. Rampage. I was thinking of, like, I was mad at them, like, WB, why don't y'all make a new Rampage game? They can actually take the Rampage characters, because I think they own all of Midway, what Midway used to be. So you got a whole bunch of video games from that company, Midway Chicago, whatever it used to be, and all that. What was one of the first arena fighters that you played? Rampage, in a way, fit naturally what could be in this game with those three characters.
Yeah, and going to give them their power set, let them rock. Hey man,
bring back Lizzie George around.
So that's what we saying, y'all. Look, we know, you know what I'm saying? Y'all might be up in here and say, hey, we love that Smash, man, but it's a new era, y'all. All right? Multiversus is here.
Free to play, y'all. I mean,
free to play. They had that joint big on the screen too. They let you know.
Mike is gonna convert me to a computer gamer just for this game. Look, Mike, I just bought my controller. I bought my controller today.
Yeah, going to get that Xbox controller. You get pretty much any controller work. I know the PS5 controller works on PC.
Well, I bought,
and then there's tons of third party.
I bought a Game Sir Pro wireless something. So
yeah, it's dope. So anyway, I'm gonna go and let y'all go. Let y'all marinate on this multiverses. Go and watch that trailer a couple more times. Open mind. Tell them where they. Well, final thoughts. Excuse me, and then tell them where they can find you. Oh, open mind. Oh, did we lose him? Or he might be muted. But Keith, final thoughts and where can they find you?
Final thoughts. I think this is just cool for for us fanboys, us gamers, us old school cartoon heads who might want to play with the Herculoids and space ghosts and beat up Superman. Just some weird stuff. It ain't gonna cost you no money to start off with, and it's well animated. Look, man, you give me good animation, you give me good sounds, and you have somebody with their hand on the steering wheel that look like they care. I'm not hard to please, especially for a game I ain't got to start off spending no money for. You got cross-play, so you're thinking ahead, and you're doing something that companies with a lot of IP should do. Make a product that actually gives some fan service. Sometimes that's all people want. Some foolishness, some fun. Hopefully, no toxic foolishness will come with this game and people can just enjoy it. Or I'm gonna avoid it. I'll just say that because I wanna hear Shaggy say zoinks and then go Ultra Instinct and beat some of y'all. Final thought, I can't wait to see it. I guess I need to learn how all this beta stuff works, and whenever it drops, hopefully it's soon. I guess, how does that work? Do you get the game soon or something, or if it's I guess you can explain it to me later, like how that works or whatever. But the moment I can probably get it, I'm probably going to get it. I'm probably going to start fooling around with it, and I think it's going to be a good time. So I'm going to leave a question in the chat. Chat, anybody watch this? Answer, leave in the chat, comment on Mike's pod. How many people, what characters do you want to see from the WB household of anything? Cartoon Network, HBO, Hanna-Barbera.
WB, Midway Games. So leave that. I want to hear from y'all because I'm just, this can go on forever. But you can find me at www.blerd-ish.com. That's www.blerd-ish.com. And yeah, just check us out on social media and on Facebook.
What up? And
well, I lost connection. I lost my connection. My phone, I ain't losing connection. My phone was doing an update and it just cut me off. So I don't even remember the last thing I said before I stopped talking. I don't. I'll have all this discombobulated. But
hit you up. Pretty much final thoughts and where can they find you?
Final thoughts. Definitely want to play the game when it drops. I like what I see so far, but I still want to get my hands on it, see how I feel. Open Mind, spell it with a Y, YouTube and Twitter, and I am Open Mind, spell it with a Y on IG. I'm a gamer. Also be just like Blerd, be in his truck. I'll be in my truck talking mess sometime on my channel. Nothing to do with gaming, just life advice. So if you want to hear me run my mouth, follow me on YouTube. I don't put the videos out like consistently. I just do them. I got something on my mind. I want to share it. I'm always working, always in the truck, in the car. So it's just where I'm at, and that's just where I have to record it at. Anyway, good show. Sorry about my technical difficulties, but my phone just decided to update while we was talking.
Yo, man, look, it ain't your fault. Nintendo be finding ways to bring us down.
Arrogant.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they do it. They be trying to find ways to bring us down. That's all it is. All right, y'all. See, final thoughts for me. This is something that I never knew I wanted or needed. When they announced it, I was just like, oh, yeah, okay. But now that I've seen it, I can't get enough. If this plays well for at least say Tom and Jerry and Iron Giant for me, I'm gonna have a ball. Like I'm gonna have a ball. So of course, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all those places. Hit that thumbs up if you like what you're seeing. Down if you don't, but make sure to share. You know what I'm saying? Share this to your friends. Share this to your coworkers. Share this to your ex-girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Don't you know? Just be like, hey girl,
I'm good.
I know we don't get along, but NERDSoul was talking about multiverses. Nah. But anyway, but go to subscribe, share this out, and all that good stuff. We'll see y'all next time. Much love to all y'all. Peace.
Peace.